All right. Think you're ready for it today. Welcome to the lead. This is the recap. Man, this lighting. I need to get some better lighting inside this building. All right, so let's see. We're gonna be getting in touch with some people today to talk to us about what's going on or what went on yesterday at the trials in Jamaica. Some key results, of course, the sprints. That is what was on the table last night. Who's going to represent the 100 meters? And of course, the key matchups, USA, Jamaica. That is always big, all right, because we have trials. A lot of other countries, they don't have trials, they just have selection processes, which is okay because, they're allowed to do that. But yeah, we're looking at a couple of things today. Like I said, this should be a quick and easy show, but you never know what's going to happen, right? So, because I'm still here, I'm just trying to make contact with my person who's supposed to be coming on to tell us what really happened at the Jamaica trials last night, especially with those women's 100 meters, because I think I've been saying this the last two presentations that. Um, the J3A, the ISA, whoever it is that runs that body, right? That decided um, the timing system, the sound system, all that needs to be upgraded, right? And I think we saw it last night. Something that happened last night that really threw everything off. So, I mean, for my volunteers today, I'm gonna need your help with grabbing some of the information online, or like I said, I'm in the studio by myself, so if I mess up, just I don't have a problem. Just let me know what it is, I will fix it. All right. If I'm slightly off, if I'm incorrect, if I see somebody around 9.86 and it's actually 9.85, just let me know in the comment section. It's not a problem. Of course, before any workout, you gotta drink some water, right? Because we're gonna take a lead on this with a lead pack. Um, Let me see if I can get him on the phone real quick because I gotta talk to him because something happened yesterday, and I think we have a poll going on in the group right now. The poll is asking, was Sharika, I mean not Sharika, was Elaine Thompson Hurrah post race interview, was she making an excuse or being honest about why she did not get the results she wanted? Right? Of the respondents, everyone is saying that she was being honest about it. Everyone has said Sharika, sorry, I'm still stuck on the winner. Elaine was being honest about it, right? Let's take a listen to what she had to say yesterday after the race. Um, where is it? Here it is. Let's see what she had to say.
Now, they must say keep on. Then that slight breeze behind me, and that make it worse. They make your body again super cool. It was getting super cool. So when you not talk about put on sweat, people that say they can't down with the sweat. He must qualify, but not the result I wanted, One man that told me said cool, but they say you must need to qualify. Me think my mind messed up right now. I forgot to take time reset it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna qualify.
All right. So she said she just needs to qualify. So that's what she focused on yesterday. After what happened at the start of the race, or I think it took them 5 tries to start that race last night. I couldn't tell if it was the gun, the sound, and then one person had texted me earlier, said that they were probably trying to wait on the wind to die down. Because we saw some times out of the USA trials last night, and their wind was plus 2.9. So some of us will throw those times out because for races to be legal, it has to be 2.0 plus. All right. But anything over that is considered not wind legal. So let me see if I can get him on the horn real fast. Let me try to call him up right now. Hopefully he's in a good space, you know. So we're gonna call up my track alerts affiliate on the ground in JA to see what he's got to say. If he could shed some light as to what went on.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Boss, how you doing?
Oh, hi. How you doing? Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, catch a good time because I know you're busy trying to get set up for day 3 at the championships to get those articles out on track alerts, and we appreciate those articles, by the way. Really good writing, very good coverage. I don't know how you do it, but talk to me, man. You were on the ground last night. What happened at the trials with the women's 100 meters?
I'm not sure there's anything, an official statement from the organizers as to what took place. I mean, persons were speculating, so it could be a couple of things. I heard they had some issues with the starting equipment. Persons were also speculating whether the wind was strong, blowing in a negative direction, and they may, wanted for it to die down for, to make sure the athletes would have, gotten the best condition in which to run in,
Uh-huh.
but whichever one it was, it wasn't accepted. It wasn't accepted by the athletes themselves. The ones I spoke to, you know, complained about it. Elaine even went on to say at one point she wanted to, you know, in Jamaican terms, take away herself from the event
Yeah.
because she was, waiting too long.
Hmm.
But then she remember, but I'm not qualified, so I have to stay. So had she, like a Shelley and Fraser who would have, gotten a bye, she would not have, you know, completed that race last night. And again, it's just unfortunate, as I said, because over the years we would have had, you know, at least one serious incident where, many persons, the athletes themselves and persons looking in would have been left disappointed. And I
Hmm.
think it's time, really time now for us to fix these issues. I mean, you can't come into a national championships every year and you are thinking, what is it going to be this year? What is it going to be this year? We would
Hmm.
have seen what's happening even in the semifinals earlier. Many persons believe Shelley had picked, and maybe she had done that because she didn't come out prepared to run. She was
Right.
in a long tights
Long tights and t-shirt.
and t-shirt, yes.
Mm.
So what happened? She wasn't shown a card, you know,
Right.
or the race was called back and everyone was allowed to run again. So am I to believe that that was the time at the second gun that they realized that she didn't want to run? I mean, what kind of message are we sending?
So you're
Because if
saying if she had false started, just put the false start and kick her out of the race because she had no intention of running.
exactly,
Mm.
and we saw it happen before. We saw it happen with VCB
Mm.
some years back. And that's why I said our national championships have never ever in recent times gone or finished without any serious questions
Right.
or serious criticisms.
Mm.
It happened last night again. We're just hoping for the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, that we we don't have to go through this any again.
Right.
You
Now,
know,
here's one of the questions I have for you because I look at results of the meets, globally, and even some of the meets that I host in Fort Lauderdale locally for high schools. Right. My question to you is: there obviously is a need for an improvement in the timing system, the timing report system, the fan experience when it comes to the website that the site that the times go on. What needs to happen in Jamaica for that to happen? Because I think it bothers the fan experience, it bothers the TV experience. If you're showing it live, like with last night, that was about a 15-minute delay with those issues. How does Jamaica fix those issues?
you see, I kept hearing over and over again, and we heard it even yesterday again at the opening ceremony that they had about Jamaica is the nation for track and field.
Hmm.
Jamaica is the best. Jamaica is whatever. But what do we have to show for that? For example, I work in the media,
Mm.
and the media at this event is treated so badly. So there at trackside, there's no space for photographers to work.
Mm.
That's very, very bad. There's no space. We ask for at least power supply because persons have to be sending our photos to their respective media houses. You know,
Right.
we heard about this space problem,
Mm.
but when you look, you will see photographers saying they are representing various athletes or various clubs.
Well,
You know, so they
private
can get
entities.
accreditation.
Okay.
They can get accreditation, and then you talk about a crowded. Then you talk about the crowd or areas are crowded. When gone are the days when anybody now can apply for a media accreditation
Uh-huh.
because they have a Facebook account
Mm.
or they have an Instagram account.
I mean, it's all about
You know,
visibility for the sport. I think that's the angle that the meet organizers are coming from.
yeah, but I don't think if you go to the US trials,
Uh-huh.
you're going to get accreditation to have two, three photographers or social media people because you're a sponsor or
I see where
because you
you're
have
at.
a because they have a Facebook page.
I see what you're saying. So they'll probably limit the type of pass you can get, the type of
Yes,
access.
yes.
Okay, I get what
You
you're
know,
saying.
so there's a lot of things that we need to put in place.
Mm.
Results. You spend a race finishes and you spend minutes, maybe half an hour or
Uh-huh.
more in some cases to get the results. We're
Okay.
in modern time and we're going to say we are the best,
Right.
but at the same time, we're not getting the results the way we're supposed.
Hmm. Yeah, because I find it interesting because I go to the athleticsja.org website to check results,
Yes.
right?
We're
And
waiting far too long.
yeah, you're waiting long,
Yes,
and then even when the breakdown of it, the way it's represented, is very what I would say MS DOS like. It's the site is not interactive, so to speak. I don't want to get too technical here, but the site look very basic, and they're using high tech meat management, and I'm pretty sure high tech software and
yes.
its capabilities have improved tenfold since the start of their process. So why are we still doing this in 2022?
I'm just saying that there's a lot of things we have to work on,
Hmm.
and we need to work on them as fast as possible. In this day and age, you cannot be having persons waiting too long to get results, and it is bad.
Hmm.
And we need to fix it and fix it as soon as possible.
Yeah, because I think this is how sometimes the misinformation goes out, because somebody runs a race, you see the time, you see the flash time 9.92, then you go with 9.92 as face value, but then the official probably will come with 9.94 or whatever it is, the official time, but it
Yes,
slows
yes,
down your process in getting the information out to Twitter. As I said, that fan experience is compromised because of these inefficiencies.
definitely it is. We're just waiting far too long to get these results.
Okay.
You know, I work from trackside and I try to put my results out as fast as possible. And what I have to do, I have to get a start list. I
Right.
have to sit close to the clock. And when those time comes up on the clock,
Yeah.
then I'll just have to jot them down. I'll have to write them down.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, on the first day, the powers that be just decided they are just going to use one side of the clock. And of course, the one side of the clock, it wasn't showing our side.
Mm. Was that the side we see that you could see from the grandstand?
Where I had
Seem I got a little difficulty there hearing.
yes, that's the one you see from the grandstand. So yeah, so we're more behind, and
Right.
because we're more behind in some way,
Mm.
because we have to move to go in front, and I wasn't able to do that for too long. I
Mm,
wasn't able to do that for too long, and as I said, because of that, it really affected us. Really affected us.
yeah, I could definitely side with you on that because that's something I've been crying about in my last two presentations that they need to improve the timing system and the sound system in that stadium when they have these meets, right? Because, for example, with the timing part, yeah, with the timing part, it's what you described, and with the sound system, it's hard to hear. And I'm not sure what type of sound system, what kind of audio device was used for the starter for the, at the starting blocks of those hundreds. I heard that there was one speaker somewhere in between the middle of lane 4 and 5, but by the time you spread out that sound to lanes 1 and 8, they're not going to hear the same commands. It's, the equity is lost. So somebody needs to figure out.
I, I I can tell you that I left the stadium last night, maybe about
Well, we didn't hear that,
and
Anthony. You left the
I
stadium
can
what
tell
time?
you that no, I was at the I was at the stadium until within the 10 o'clock, maybe
Yeah.
before 10, just after 10. And I can tell you that the starters were there still working. They were still trying to test and maybe try to figure out what is going on with the equipment.
What's the name of the company? Do you know the name of the company that does the timing?
I think I don't want to say for sure,
Uh huh.
but I think it's the J-Tray system that is in progress. I think that I think it's their system they are using.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is where you say needs to step up, man. You saying take some of that studio money and come put it on the track, man. You know what I'm saying? Come do it, brethren. We need
I
you.
mean, you're saying it's in the business of making money, and I don't think you're gonna make money out of track and field
That's why I said this
this
is gonna be
way.
his donation. He can write a check for 50 grand and fix that bad boy right now. 50 grand US. Fix it, man. Fix it.
I would want him to donate 50 grand US to track alerts. Maybe that will serve track and field a lot better.
Hey, there you go, man. Put it up. Put it out in the ether, man. You saying the word is
Yeah.
out. We need that money, son. We need that help from you, sir. So come on
Yes.
down.
Yes.
you know, put instead of putting 12 tracks on the EP, put 11. Use that extra that money from that one song to help
Yep.
us get these meets going. All right, but before we let you go, surprises of the meet. Was that Sherika in action, or was that Elaine's inaction
Well,
from?
Elaine said she got out flat, and because she got out flat, and with all of what would have taken place at the start, then it had affected her putting together the race she wanted to.
Right?
And she made it clear she's very disappointed.
Yeah.
Not disappointed that she gets third, but maybe really disappointed in what would have taken place at the start and how
All right. We're missing and how what? Because you just cut
the
out a
fact
little
that
bit.
she was able to put together the race that she wanted to.
Okay.
No, yeah. So she didn't get to put together the race and I must apologize because my phone kept going off. I mean, so many persons trying to call me at the same time, and because we're on a
What's
WhatsApp
up?
call, how it operates here and maybe everywhere, I'm not sure, because
Uh
I'm using data and I'm not on Wi-Fi. So
ah.
each time a call comes in, a straight line call comes in, then it affects the data signal.
Got you.
So I must apologize to you and your viewers for the cutting out from time to time.
Yeah, man. We're
But
working through.
good performances last night. Sharika Jackson 10.77. Kemba Nelson, first sub 11 on Jamaican soil,
Mhm.
personal best. You really couldn't, you really couldn't ask for more.
Mhm.
Elaine Thompson, of course, last year, many would remember, she was third at the trials also and went on to win the double
Mhm.
in Tokyo.
True. True.
You
True.
know, um, Tina Clayton, you know, Jamaica record 10.96. I mean, how impressive was that?
Mm-hmm.
breaking Brianna's 10:97 junior record.
Yeah.
But then again, also speaking about Brianna, she was fourth in the
Yes.
100-meter final, but she did a personal best.
No,
She did a personal best.
I woke up to some people saying that she needs to leave Atto at this time. What what's the word on the street? Because I feel like sometimes there's this us versus them. She's not really Jamaican because she lives in America and she's trained by a Trini guy who works for an American corporation. How is the dynamic? How is she viewed in Jamaica? Do they embrace her? I know the athletes embrace each other, but how's the fan base?
I mean, she's loved. She's loved. I mean, I was talking to a couple of people the other day and said, her marketing appeal is very, very good.
Hmm.
Very nice person, always smiling, and she's serious about what she's doing.
Hmm.
I mean, does she really need to change coach? I don't know. I don't know. She
Hmm.
got a personal best yesterday. I mean, a lot of time persons will just jump to say the person needs to change coach, maybe because it's not a Jamaica coaching her. I don't agree.
Hmm.
A Jamaican was coaching Kemba Nelson, and she left Jamaica for university in the States, and I mean, she just took off.
Yes.
10.88 last night.
Hmm.
So let us just give her some time. I mean, she would know herself better than a lot of us,
Hmm.
and she would know more than any one of us if she thinks it's working or if it's not working.
True. 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 That makes a
You
lot of
know, I,
sense.
I am never the person who would jump and say, leave this coach.
Uh huh.
We have seen where persons would have left coaches in the past. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work.
Hmm.
So
Who am I to say?
10.9, 10.9, 92, I think her time was.
I'd have to double
I
check,
mean,
but it.
give her,
Mhm.
so she would be the best person to decide that. I am not going to say she needs to.
Okay.
We would have remembered a few years ago, Kevona Davis used to beat Brianna Williams,
Hmm.
and then you know the table turned because Brianna came back to be the World Junior Sprint Double Champion in 2020 in 2018. You
Hmm.
know, Brianna Brianna would have signed a contract with Nike.
Hmm.
Making money. Kevona, nothing is wrong with it. She's still running for her college.
Yes.
Broke 11 seconds this year.
Yeah.
So these things do happen this is track and field.
Yes. Most
Yeah.
definitely. All right.
Yeah.
Oblique Seville. Yeah, I know he finished second to Johan Blake. Johan Blake, by the way, looks like he went on some diet program the last 2 months because that brother is ripped. He does not look heavy at
I'm I'm
all.
I'm 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 happy for you and Blake. I'm really happy for you and Blake.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I had him to win. Seeing him through the rounds, the man is confident. The man believes he's at his best. In
Hmm.
in in Puerto Rico, when he didn't make the final in Puerto Rico at that meet, and I heard whatever happened, and I made contact with his coach, and the coach told me that Ewan Blake was on target to run a personal best, and I asked him what does he mean, like 2 3 times,
Right.
because I'm like, you say a personal best or a season best? He said a personal best,
Let's get it corrected.
and it goes to show that they're looking in the direction of a personal best.
Hmm.
The coaches believe he has it in him. You and himself believe he has it in him.
Yes.
And 9.85, his fastest time since 2012, a big performance
It's
pass.
10 years.
I mean, I think he can only get better. The man is very confident. Man is very confident. Oblique Civil didn't win, but very young. I mean, he has nothing to lose.
Nothing to.
You know, he was beaten by the former world champion. He
Mm,
was beaten by um, a man who was seen as by many as the next Usain Bolt. So nothing to feel ashamed of, nothing to feel bad about.
mm. All right. And Akeem Blake, what's his status? Did he pull something, or was it fatigue from the race? That
I heard maybe I feel a little cramps after, so he should be good.
okay.
He should be good.
All right, that's good to hear, man. And
Yes,
you know, now the in the U.S. the women's ran into a plus 2.9 meters per second squared. They have new sprint queens and new sprint kings. That's going to be a pretty big matchup. No Shakiri,
the
of course. So, how's the 4x1s looking in your eyes now that we see who's going to be on the teams?
4x1. It's always going to be very good
Yeah,
between the U.S. and Jamaica. I mean, you know, Jamaicans are not thinking about one, two, three this year. They're thinking
one,
about one, two,
two,
three,
three,
four.
four.
Johan Blake himself even feels a lot confident that at least we have a good 4x1 team this year.
uh,
So we're just hoping, we're just keeping our fingers crossed that everything will go according to the script. I mean, it will be very good if Jamaica can, and this is Jamaica male 4x1 team that can be among the medals.
yeah,
I'm not going to tell you that they're going to challenge for gold because that US team is going to be very, very hard to beat. Fred Curley running up a storm, from 400 to 100 and 200, running those fast times. I mean, man
they,
is on top of his game.
their top four 9.90 was fourth.
Hmm.
977 with the wind. I started with the wind. Bracy with 985. Trayvon with 988, and even down to position number seven, 9.98.
Yes.
So even their reserve pool shows star power, shows star talent. But of course, the onus comes down to bringing the stick around the track.
And times were delivered, and all those times were delivered where we're going to have the world championship. So let's not talk about that track is fast, that track is this. US athlete will always be running fast on that track because guess what? At the end of the day,
We're gonna
that
run that.
is where we're going to face them when that is where we're going to face them when next month, the middle of next month.
Ain't that something? Well, all right, brother, man. I think that's our time right here. We appreciate you for coming in today, and we're gonna wrap this puppy up momentarily. But we'll probably catch up with you tomorrow to go to day number three as we look at the finals, especially those 200s and those
Yeah,
400s. Tomorrow's finals.
definitely,
It's gonna be a mega battle.
definitely. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, Anthony, take it easy, man.
Okay.
All right, so go check him out, Anthony Foster. He's on Track Alerts, trackalerts.com, or go to his YouTube, which is Track Alerts TV, and you'll see videos and the like and so forth. So yeah, it's something going on right now. Let me go back to the poll where we asked the question: was Elaine being honest, or did she make an excuse? I'll go back to the poll, and it still looks like everybody agrees or thinks that Elaine was being honest about how she ran. I'll leave that poll open for the duration of the show, as well as after the show. We'll see if that changes. But you heard from her that the wind, everything was an issue for her. So that's what we have going on right now on the lead. Now we're gonna wrap this up real quick because tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, we're gonna have a special show. We're gonna be talking about scholarships. We're gonna be talking about what we have on the grapevine regarding the coaching position at Calabar High School. Who will be the next head coach, or who is, should I say, the front runner allegedly for that position at Calabar. But some more things before I go, real quick. Of course, Shakira came out. I saw this tweet from her saying that why would I want to represent a country that has no respect for their women? The only reason that all of them that make these quote unquote laws exist. And let me tell you something, Shakiri, uh, she needs to go see a therapist. I don't. She needs to go see a therapist. You know, I like her. I really do like her for the sport, but she needs to go get some help to handle those issues. And because you see how it's affecting her, everything that's going on outside right now is affecting this young lady. And I hope the people around her create her in her space the way she needs to be handled. But of course, the next stop for the speedsters, Sharika and Blake, going to be the Jamaican champions right there. For the 100 meters, they'll carry the flag for Jamaica in that 100 meters. But on the way out of here, my name is Sean. It was definitely the lead pack, discovering some quick notes from the sprints later on today inside the stadium in Jamaica. They're going to be contesting the 400-meter semifinals, and we'll see who makes that final for tomorrow evening. And for the men and women, we saw Jail Hyde taking command of that 400-meter hurdles. Janine Russell as well. You know, she took advantage. She took charge of that 400 hurdles. Women for Team Jamaica leading that charge. So it's some good performances, some credible performances. 48 by Mowat and Hyde over the one lap with hurdles. And the junior, imagine that, 49-49, I believe it is. What's his name? Sandre Rowe from Camperdown. A splendid run. So, and even at the end of it, he said, I think I could have gone faster. All right. So remember to check us out on the YouTube. We're gonna have a rebroadcast in about an hour and in about another 45 minutes, and we're trying to get to 100 subscribers on YouTube so we could have an actual link. You know, so what you want to do, you go to YouTube, look for "It's the Sean Show." Right, I'm gonna write it in so you can see it. It's the Sean Show, and that's YouTube.com, and then you look for "It's the Sean Show." Add that banner, and let's show that banner right there. All right. Just go to youtube.com and search for It's the Sean Show. And please subscribe, share that channel. We're going to be doing more track and field presentations, more track and field podcasts there as well to get it more interactive on the Road to Champs for the lead podcast. All right. So we're going to also be teaming up with Track Alerts to do some more cool stuff, to have some more information for you more regularly so that you can stay in touch with what's going on in the world of track and field. So, again, we do appreciate you for checking us out, and just go right on ahead over to youtube.com and check out It's the Sean Show. Like it, subscribe to it, and share it to someone else. We'd definitely appreciate that. But for now, today's workout is over, man. Time to go rest. The shakeout was good. We come back tomorrow. Remember, later on, watch the trials. Gary, you don't owe me no money because the feed is good. All right. The feed is good. That's all I got to tell you. All right, people. Thank you again for checking us out. We'll be back mañana. And be sure to go over to YouTube right now. We'll leave you with Elaine's response from yesterday.
They must say keep on. Then a slight breeze behind me, and that make it worse. They make your body again super cold. It was getting super cold, so when you not about put on sweat, people can say they can't down with the sweat. He must qualify, but not the result I wanted, you know. One man that told me said cool, but they say you must qualify. Me think my mind messed up right now. I forgot to take a reset tomorrow. Yeah. I'm just gonna qualify.